Hello everyone and welcome to the F1 Corner once again. Getting ready for the Tuscan Grand Prix this weekend at Mugello, where we are going for the first time in Formula 1 history. It will also be the 1000th Grand Prix of Ferrari, and only 1 week after the surprising win of Pierre Gasly in Monza. Here we are again after free practice to take a look at the results and try to figure out what's going to happen this weekend. So, first off, we have to say the Mercedes looks strong again this week on this track. It is an engine track, a super fast Mugello track with only high speeds corner. If I'm right, the slowest corner on the track. You take it at 135 kilometers per hour. So there's no like huge braking zone with super slow corner. It's all going super fast, which is a track that the Mercedes will like. But the surprise this morning and also this afternoon is that Valtteri Bottas has been in front of Lewis Hamilton in both sessions. Lewis even getting a fourth place only in FP1. But again, I won't look too much at FP1 for reference because everyone is discovering this track. Nobody knows it, nobody raced there before. There's been some practice in the past by some teams. It is a Ferrari-owned track, but it is not representative, at least this morning. And all the teams are pretty much going there blind, which should spice up the whole weekend, even the race, because nobody has optimal strategy after going there for 20 years like many of the other tracks. So Mercedes on top this morning and afternoon, followed by Red Bull very close. Max Verstappen always the second fastest behind the Mercedes, so second this morning, third this afternoon. Alex Albon, not bad, managed to get the fourth best time during the second practice session. Still a bit far from his teammates, close to 7/10 of a second in the afternoon, but he is where he should be in terms of overall standing for the second practice session. Can he keep it up for tomorrow during quali? We'll see. There's a lot of speculations that maybe he could get ditched back to Toro Rosso and take back Pierre Gasly as a Red Bull driver after the drive he had last week. But it's all speculation. For now, things are staying as they are. A team that's going to struggle this weekend, Ferrari. It is their 1000th Grand Prix. Everyone should be happy. They should be on the podium. They should be partying. But it will be tough. Maybe Charles Leclerc can impress. He was third in the first practice session, but during the afternoon, 10 and 12 for the drivers, it's gonna be tough. We know they don't have a good, reliable engine. They know that the car also is not that good. They finished behind the Alfa Romeo and the Haas quite a few times this season, who also have a Ferrari engine. So it's going to be a tough weekend. Hopefully they can make the best out of it and get some points. But it's not going to be rejoice for Ferrari at Mugello for their 1000th race. Renault, it's tough to know what to expect. We thought that they would be strong in Monza after being strong in Spa 2 weeks ago. But they were not there, and it's again a fast track. From what we heard, the Renault likes a mix of super fast and slow speed corner like we saw in Spa, and we're not seeing that in Mugello, and we did not see it last week either in Monza, obviously. So yes, they were 5 and 6 this afternoon, but I'm not sure it is representative of what they will achieve. If we remember correctly, the past few weeks they were super strong in practice sessions, but when got time to get into qualification and the race, their pace dropped and they are themselves unsure of what is going on and they have to figure it out. So Renault strong this afternoon, but I would not put my money on them just yet. McLaren, it was the opposite. For for the last few weeks. They've been looking quite bad in practice, and again this week, today 13 and 14 for the second practice session. But during the race in Monza and in Spa, they were strong. Can they do the same again this week? Yeah, 13, 14 during second practice session, even during the morning, 15 and 8. So they look like they are not there, but they could be hiding their cards. We will see. Also, Lando Norris had a spin at the beginning of FP2 and missed most of it. So they will have some work to do tomorrow during FP3. So expect McLaren to be in the points, and that's what we saw the last few weeks. They've been not really good in practice and climb back during quali in the race. Racing Point, now that's going to be an interesting one. In first session, they were dead last, except for Nicolas Latifi was behind them. So they had trouble understanding the track, I guess. But this afternoon, Sergio Perez, the man who will not have a race seat at Racing Point and knows it, still 7th place in front of teammate Lance Stroll. If anything, for the upcoming races, if we look at usual trends in drivers where they know they are leaving teams, their performance tends to drop just a tiny bit because they're not as involved with the team as they would normally be if they were staying there. They know they're staying there. So Perez 7, Stroll 11. That's going to be interesting to see if Sergio keeps performing as he have been for the last few years, and if he keeps staying in front of teammate Lance Stroll. I would start questioning the choice. I already am to some extent, but if Stroll cannot beat Perez for the rest of the season, there's going to be some questioning to be done as to which driver they are keeping. But again, looks like they are in the mix and could be fighting for points. We know they were not really there in Spa and Monza, even though they got a lucky podium. But they still have the equivalent of a 2019 Mercedes, which is a good car. They don't bring that many updates. But yeah, I would, if you are in the Formula One fantasy game, I would put some money on Racing Point this weekend. Don't hold me accountable for that. AlphaTauri, after a great win from Pierre Gasly last week, they will look at trying to replicate that here in Mugello. Nobody expected it to be possible. Let's be fair. It was a lot of circumstances that brought Pierre in the front, but again, strong practice session for the French driver. 8th this afternoon, 5th this morning, both in front of teammate Daniel Kvyat. He said it himself, Pierre, he's getting rejuvenated, more boost from this victory. And if you didn't see it, check that video of him on the AlphaTauri YouTube channel where he talks after the race. He's looking at his trophy, like a kid at Christmas, just like talking and looking, talk, look, like just so hyped about having his trophy. And it is worth taking a look at. I could recognize myself in there when I get something super cool. Looking like a weekend where they can make points once again. Gasly super strong, and Kvyat, if he can deliver the merchandise, yes, it's going to be possibly a good weekend for AlphaTauri. 2 Haas are going to have trouble seemingly. This afternoon, Grosjean only did 5 laps, had electrical issues, so could not run for most of the session. That's not the first time this season that the Haas have issues that they need to fix and cannot run. Magnussen also 19 only during the afternoon practice. It's going to be tough. They won the Ferrari challenge in Monza. Can they do it again this week? So far, it's not looking like it. But we saw that already that their race pace is usually better than their practice and quali. And the drivers were happy with the car at Monza. There's no reason why they could not be happy with it this week. Alfa Romeo, and I think we need to talk here about Kimi Raikkonen because Mugello is where 20 years ago he had his first Formula One practice. The first time he sat in a Formula One car was at Mugello, and he has had some strong practice session today, finishing ninth even this afternoon. Could this be a track that actually suits the Alfa Romeo Sauber? Because we haven't seen some really high speed corner track that much so far this year. And with this one, it could be a place where that could suit the Alfa Romeo, maybe. We know they finished in front of the Ferrari a few times this season already. They got points at the beginning of the season in Austria, which was a fast track. They've been close from making points a few times this year. If they can get their act together, maybe this is a track that could suit them. And for a guy like Kimi Raikkonen, talented and fast driver, I think if there's a point to get for Alfa Romeo, they will get it this week. And finally, Williams, first week with no one from the Williams family at the head of the team. Simon Roberts will be acting team principal. He was in team management for Williams for the last few months, snatched from McLaren before that. So he knows the team a little bit, and he's a good guy for the job. We'll see if he does a good enough job. He might stay there even after the end of the season. This is just to give time to the new owners, Dorilton Capital, to put everything together, just get in touch more with the team and figure out their plans. It is probably a season to forget again for Williams, even if they have improved a lot compared to last year. But they will be at the back of the grid again. They've been for the 2 practice sessions. Russell 16 in both, and Latifi 20 this morning, 18 this afternoon. So not expecting much, but they could still be fighting maybe for Q2 or even with some of the backfield team this weekend. It's going to be tough, but it's a time that Williams have to go through in order to just come back stronger now that they will have more money to put into the development of their car. Thank you everyone for watching. Please give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of this first race upcoming into Mugello, the Tuscan Grand Prix. And I will see you again tomorrow after the qualifying session. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time.